Hey, everybody. We're going to talk about the importance of customer service, which on the surface doesn't seem that terribly important. I can tell you 100% it's completely correlated with the growth of your business. I was a contractor for 10 years. We focused relentlessly in customer service. We weren't terribly good at it at first. We got a lot better at it over time. Now with this company, we focus relentlessly from day one, have focused relentlessly day one on customer service. It's crazy important. Melissa's one of the best at it that I've ever seen. Let her take you through some tips and tricks on how to give amazing customer service to your customers and how that's going to help grow your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, I think one of the big ones that I see with a lot of customer service, and one way to do customer service really right, is creating human connection, like taking the time to actually ask people how they're doing, taking those moments with your clients. And that's something we really try and do here, is just make sure we're having that human touch with everyone that we're speaking with. So getting on the Zoom call and just having a conversation, getting to know a little bit about them, getting to know where they're coming from, where they're at, and also taking notes as well. One of the things I think is really amazing to be able to do in customer service, and I've found it goes a long way with people, is that if you're having a conversation, especially if you're getting to that first starting out point with a new customer, and you take the time to find out some information about them, and then when you're doing your follow-up, you can sprinkle that in because you've had those opportunities to build that relationship. So if you know that now's not a good time for someone to come in and build a roof because them and their whole family are going away on vacation, when you do your follow-up to check in to see how they're doing, ask about the vacation. Like, it's little things like that, but it starts to help create the relationship between you and that client. And those sort of things are part of the reason why, along with doing really great work, is what gets you those referrals as well. You want to be a really great person as well for these people too, because you're coming into their home. A lot of the time, tradespeople and contractors, you're going right into someone's home. So it's a big thing.
That's a great idea. And I guess overall, what you're trying to show them and prove to them, and it needs to be real, it's got to come from a real place, that you actually care about. For us, it's care about them and their business. For you guys, it'll be caring about them, their family, their house, that they're valuable to you as a customer, as a person. And you really, you can't really fake it. It's got to be real. So find things that find ways to care about them, express it to them the best you can, and you'll find that everything will go way smoother.
Agreed. Yeah, definitely.
So when you pick up a customer service call, right, what's the first things that you do? Is there a kind of a formula that you have when you pick up a call?
Yeah, there is actually. I always take a moment to ask them how they're doing, check in to see how they're just kind of start the conversation on something that's neutral. Because especially if someone's kind of calling in and they might be upset about something, we've kind of broken the ice, or if maybe they're not really sure how to navigate that conversation. And then I start in by, is there anything else? Like, is there anything I can help you with today? Because ultimately I want to also show someone that I'm there to partner with them on solving their problem, and we're doing it together. So we're partnering together to solve that issue. Instead of it being you versus me, it's us versus the issue. And we're always trying to, whenever I'm starting a conversation like that with a client, especially an upset client, I want to make sure that I'm putting myself in their core as trying to get through the issue with them. And I think that makes a huge difference at disarming somebody, because they're not seeing me as a threat in this situation. They're seeing me as an ally and trying to get whatever they need completed.
Right. And so I imagine listening to what they have to say is hugely important.
Definitely.
Right. And how do you avoid getting defensive on calls like this?
Yeah, it can be hard, especially if someone's coming in and they're pretty frustrated, or maybe they're accusing you of something, and it could be something along those lines. I always try to really listen to them out and make sure that they feel heard, because most people, when they're calling in and they're frustrated, they just want you to know why they're frustrated. Like, they're pissed off, they're really upset about something. They want an opportunity to be able to vent, to feel heard, to feel that they're acknowledged, and taking the time to be able to do that, acknowledge where they're coming from, understand and empathize with it as well. And just a lot of the times for us is just saying, I can understand why that'd be really frustrating. Let me look into this for you. And getting on their side on that, because as soon as you tell someone that what they're frustrated about doesn't matter, or if you make them feel like it doesn't matter, they're going to get even more frustrated. So acknowledging it and trying to work with it, and then trying to come up with a plan. So I usually go kind of with the framework of acknowledge what the issue is, let them know that I'm on their side in some way, even just through the language that I'm using, and then what my plan is to get them to their solution, or the solution that we can manage as quickly as possible. So I kind of map it out, so that way when they leave the call, they know that I understand, I've heard them. I also will try and repeat back to them. So once I've collected the notes, say, I just want to make sure that I've got this right. You're looking for this, you're upset because of this, and this would be the ideal situation for us to get to. Yep, okay, perfect. Let me take some time with the team and I'll get back. And then I always tell them when I'm going to follow up with them. So let me get back to you by end of day today with what we're going to be able to do to get this solved for you.
And at the end of the day, this ultimately prevents bad reviews. So, and this is something that can massively, massively help your business grow. So if you get, by having customer service exactly like Melissa describes, like that's like the A+ level, even if you get to like the C+ level of just being responsive and everything else, you're probably going to prevent a lot of the bad reviews. You could have 100 good reviews and 1 bad review, and people will actually sort it by the negative review and judge you equally by that 1 negative to your 99 positive. So if you can prevent more bad reviews, your business will naturally keep growing. You'll get more exposure in Google Maps. It benefits your business endlessly. And if you get too many bad reviews, that could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year or more, and people just bypassing your business, going to somebody else. So growth and customer service are completely correlated 100%. So care about your customers, and it's going to make a massive impact.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So just to recap, would you say that listening, caring, understanding, and not acting, but being on their side is probably the most important things?
Yeah. And then I think from there, you can make an action plan pretty easy with them. So like, this is going to be the next steps. And like, you're working on that together, try and come up with your ultimate solution there. Whenever you're working with something, it's challenging, but yeah, absolutely. It starts with listening. You need to be able to hear what the person's needs, what they're frustrated about, what's working well as well, getting an idea of what's great. And then from there, you can really that's the foundation of your relationship ultimately.
I love it. This is super valuable, especially around bad review prevention. So I think this will be valuable to a lot of contractors, and that's probably even the title of the video. It's preventing negative reviews. So this is great. Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Thank you, Melissa.
No problem.
All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, reach out to us. We can have a chat with you anytime. If you phone in, you may even reach Melissa. If you become a client with us, you will definitely be chatting with Melissa over time, and we hope to chat with you soon.
And don't forget, subscribe so you can get more content like this notified every time we post.
Boom. Thank you.
Thank you.